Hey, yo.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Acknowledge me. All right, everybody. Today's guest is an independent wrestler not long removed from the Black and Brave Academy as a graduate. He is known in the Midwest as a big singles wrestler, but also as a tag team wrestler as well in Iron Spirit Pro. We're going to be talking about that coming up as him and Sabotage are looking to be the first ever Iron Spirit Pro tag team champions. So we'll be talking about that later. He's here to talk about the big match January 27th with technical difficulties, but they have a match this Saturday versus Xavier Sky and Sabin Gage. He is the man that possesses my favorite move in independent wrestling. And also, he is that guy, the King of the North, my guy, Gunner Brave's here. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming, dude.
You know, I'm just living my life. It might not be the best life, but I'm living my life.
Hello, Gunther Bravo.
Gunther Bravo on the Lucha Scene, huh? It's new to us here. I like it.
Like, I hate it when I like laugh when I'm not supposed to laugh. That got me. Gunther Bravo on the Lucha Scene.
That works, though. That works.
It does.
I like
that.
Many talents.
So what's going on, man? You coming off the big Rocket Pro Wrestling show? Now this is your hometown promotion, right? You're a Joliet kid, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So your hometown promotion, Rocket Pro, if you're not familiar, is based out of Joliet, Illinois. Bill Shelley down there runs a fine promotion. You got to check one of these shows out. So you're feeling a little beat up. We were talking pre-show, but how was the show overall?
Oh, Rocket Pro is always a blast. Big crowds, it's really fun crowd. I have a different aura when I'm there, you know, because it's like defending my home turf a bit. And I got mixed up in a band of idiots for about a year and finally shed that dead weight. And now I'm back just being the guy who has the best damn match on every card and showing why I am indeed the King of the North.
Yeah,
You know, you're not exactly wrong when you say that. You really do kind of always steal the show. Do you go into cards like this? I don't want you to sound arrogant, but do you go into cards kind of knowing like, all right, we got this. Like, we're gonna steal the show again and again 100%. And again.
Yeah. I just changed my music at Rocket Pro to me and Sabotage's team music, King for a Day by Pierce the Veil, and flashing on the screen before I come out of the curtain is the words "The Show Stealer." Because I know what I do.
That's fair.
I agree. And I can vouch. He's told me this before. He's like, oh, you know, we'll be talking about cards that he's going to be on an Iron Spirit Pro. He's like, yeah, we're going to steal the show that night. It's going to be badass. And they went out and done such. So, but Gunner, let's talk about you, man. How's the schedule going? You're a busy man right now. With Rocket Pro, obviously. Where else you wrestling right now, man? You getting some freelance dates too, yeah?
Yep. Rocket Pro, I'm doing a lot of freelance underground because they're also running out of Joliet, and I've started to expand to their Thornton shows as well. Obviously, Iron Spirit has been a new second home for myself lately. I love going there. Just recently returned to Legacy Pro out in Wisconsin, signed on for 7 more shows with them.
Sweet.
Luckily, I can tell you I'm booked every single weekend through like March right now. So I'm doing pretty well.
Nice.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, other than, coming off the show, everybody's, a lot of times going to be feeling beat up a little bit the next day. But otherwise, you feeling good, man. You feeling healthy. You feeling, you feeling like, you're still feeling like the king, should I say?
Yeah, the King's been through some stuff lately, but he's still got his crown on. I'm doing good. I kind of recently just sat myself down and refigured out where I'm at mentally, and I'm making a lot of progress to better myself in ring and out. I'm trying a lot of new moves in the ring, getting my workout regimen back, eating better, just trying to overall improve myself as a person, and it's good.
So now that you bring that up, I've always been curious kind of about this. Like, obviously everyone knows like the physical toll that that performing every, weekend does. What about the mental toll? Like, how do you prepare yourself mentally to like go out and you're like, okay, I'm going to go get beat up. I'm going to get cheered by the crowd. I'm going to get booed by the crowd. Like, how do you go out and get yourself ready to perform like that every single weekend?
If I knew the exact answer, I would love to tell it to you, honestly. Because I as a person, I have bits of where I dip into like the depression and such, and it's very hard to go to a show knowing I'm not happy, and then hearing my music start and know I have to go out there and do my job of either making someone happy or making someone mad. So I kind of have to momentarily push all my stuff to the side. So I've developed a bit of a mental switch where I can kind of get myself into the zone. But it definitely weighs on you a bit. Some weekends are harder than others, but if I didn't love it, I wouldn't still be doing it.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's got to still be a little bit of a release, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it never shows. You seem like you're always firing on all cylinders whenever you come through that curtain. It's really pretty impressive.
Well, thank you very much.
And fine, we don't want to know the actual answer to the question anyways. Like, just moving on, whatever.
Yeah.
Keep your secrets. Silly fuck.
Oh, we can swear? Thank fucking God.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. You can say whatever you want. Aim as you please.
Let's get this podcast started, boys.
Yeah. Let's do that because, every now and again, you like to shoot little, I got a bone to pick with you kind of shit with me to my Instagram. So I got one to pick with you, man. I got a little beef too, man. I went back and I was like, hey, I'm going to go back and listen to some of the old podcasts that Gunner was on. I listened to you on Pan Cows, and you were talking about, you mentioned all these great promotions that you wrestle for, and Iron Spirit Pro never came out of your mouth that whole time. So
oh yeah, I noticed that too.
Let's talk about that.
I was in the virgin stages of being there, sir. I didn't know if I was getting invited back.
Sure. That's
fair,
the worst answer I've ever heard.
But let it be said that on today, December 4th of 2022, Gunner Brave loves Iron Spirit Pro.
Yeah, boy.
Logan is a sweetheart, and I wish him the best.
Way to come back in.
I believe you.
Yeah, way to come back in. All right, so it's known that you were trained by Seth and Merrick at the Black and Brave Academy. What was your any kind of cool interactions with them? They help you out a lot, tips, that kind of stuff while you were there. What was your full length of being there, by the way? From day one to graduate.
So you guys know me. I'm a genuine sweetheart, he said sarcastically. So I kind of was in the mindset of, I'm going into this, I've spent X amount of dollars. I only have 12 weeks to learn hand in hand with one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times now, current students will come up to me because I still live in the school's area and I stop in a lot. Kids will come up to me like, I feel like he's slowing down, blah, blah, blah. I admittedly was the guy in class where I was like, if you don't want to be here, I'm not going to pat you on the back to make you come back. If you want to leave, more power to me.
Right.
And very early on, that's when I gravitated towards Sabotage because Sean had been wrestling. He's been in the business years prior. He used to be a ref and then did Harley Race's school. Then he came here. I had a backyard background, so we both kind of knew bases of things. So it was very nice because it seemed like in our class session that Merrick and Seth kind of knew that me and Sean were picking up on things faster than the other guys. So we got more, instead of like broad like critiques of like, you should have done this, we got the more intricate whys and hows and whens. And my favorite story, honestly, involving the school is when it came to taking my name in wrestling and came to deciding that in football, I was known as the gunner, on kick return, punt return, all that, quick kickoff and punt, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I wasn't given a route. I was just called the gunner, where I would just go and do stuff. And I kind of adopted to that. And then very early on in class, I went up to Merrick. I said, hey, like, how would you feel about me taking your wrestling surname and adopting it as my own as well, out of respect to you? And that was like week 2. And he goes, if you don't suck, we'll talk about it. And then
Fair.
we had a promo day where they brought in Jimmy Jacobs, and everyone got to cut their own promo and write their stuff. And there's a lot of like person A talking about classmate B, blah, blah, blah. Someone cutting promos on John Cena. I just sat there and started laying into Merrick Brave, like just cut a promo on him to like adopt the name.
Great.
And I had a lovely go home of like, when my career is over, I'll be the first Brave known for more than their tag partner or something like that. And at that moment, Merrick's like, you know what? Yeah, you can use it.
Nice.
Yes.
So you had to earn that one a little bit. That's that's very cool.
What a way to earn it too, man. That's cool. Right.
Just ripping on one of your mentors. That's fantastic. That's ballsy.
That's right. Yeah.
Very ballsy.
It was terrifying.
You had to come correct, so you must have, right? Must have.
If you told me no, I would have been in a weird situation.
Right.
Just stand there like, well, the old
this
dusty
is kind of
trail.
awkward.
Gunner Smith. Gunner Smith sounds good then.
That would be the birth of Gunner Rollins, honestly.
Gunner Black. Oh, that one sounds kind of cool.
Right, yeah. Are you getting any looks? Have you gotten any looks from like AEW for Dark or any of that kind of work? Extra work yet?
Not that I'm aware of, because I admittedly had a problem of like I was very unaware of where AEW Dark was. You know, well, obviously they have their central studio, but like whenever I'd be just sitting at the gym and somebody like, "Oh, you going to AEW this week? They're in Chicago." I was like, "Huh?" You know. So I'm trying to be better at recognizing that.
Yeah.
But I kind of one thing that Steve Manders told me one day. Love Steve Manders to death. Someone please book that match. I'm begging you.
Okay, you'll get it.
Done and done.
Sorry, Sabotage. You're no longer needed. He kind of told me, he's like, getting opportunities is great, but getting opportunities when you're not ready is detrimental.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just now being nearly 4 years in. I'm just now finding who I am as a performer. So I wanted to find that before I put myself on a scale to get that. So now that I feel I'm finally hitting my stride into things, I'm going to really start trying to branch out to these bigger places, because it's very important to do that. I just wanted to make sure I was ready before I did.
Sure.
That's the best answer to that question I think I've ever heard. Because most people are like, yeah, I can't wait. Let's go. And to have like the maturity already in your career to be like,
Preparation.
I want to get to where I want to be first and then go on to the bigger and better things. That's very cool.
Well, I appreciate that.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. So you said four. You
Shit out of you.
You said about 4 years now you've been at it. So I remember, I guess it was probably about a year ago, man. You were kind of shooting shit, talking about stuff, and you said that your parents weren't so supportive in the beginning. Now you're 4 years in. You're getting bookings. Guys like us are knocking on your door to come talk to us. You know what I mean? So, you know, they more supportive now?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It seemed to be, I don't want to say in that context, it looked to be like a fool's dream at first, you know? Like, I thought my parents always deemed it to be like a phase they desperately hoped I grew out of. Because, like, both my siblings went to college, you know, they're doing their own thing. I never did, you know. I kind of like just coasted through high school. I played the system beautifully. I had like 2 gym classes and that's it in my senior year. So I passed with the presence of
Why is that not hard for me to believe? Why is that not hard for me to believe?
Oh yeah. I showed up late. I was also in drama and my teacher loved me. So like he was like, hey, if you just want to like go to your next period, I'll just write you in for the day. So I went to school like maybe half the day every day. It was great.
Nice.
This fucker gets by on this baby face, doesn't he? Like, look at him. Like, he gets by so much on that face, man.
It's called charisma, kid. Learn it.
I'd use it too.
And then, like, kind of as I kept doing things and went to bigger and bigger shows, and even now, like, I live a state away from my family. I have a house. Like, I'm not doing bad for myself. So that once I realized, like, he's kind of good at it and he's not struggling in life.
Yeah.
All right, let's support it.
Nice. So was
originally were they like, just why aren't you a lawyer? Just go to med school.
Oh yeah, I was told that I was in a politically correct way that I wasn't smart, And that once I left my room, I couldn't go back to it. And that phase is obviously past, but like the initial kind of like, yeah. But I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what made me happy, and I was willing to kind of get tossed out of my own and fight for a lifelong dream. And that's worked out for me since.
Oh, yeah, man. Is 2022 the best calendar year you've had so far? How was it, man? You know, and like, tell me, like, what do you think was your favorite match that you'll take away from this year, or maybe your biggest moment of this year?
Okay. Yeah, I would say honestly, 2022 as a whole has been the best year of myself as a performer. I've really just been put in a position, especially at Rocket Pro and now at Iron, where I'm trusted to go out there and have the bigger matches and trusted to go out there with the better people. I'd probably say some of my favorite matches. That was this year. Yeah, it was this year. The Lights Out match with Brooks Berna, the 40-minute hardcore match we had at Rocket. That was fun. The slammed on the door of cut in half soda cans. That was
which he mentioned as well when we talked to him not long ago. He mentioned that match as well.
Oh, we loved it. We loved it.
It was great.
Big fan of my match with Storm Grayson not too long ago. I feel like that was probably, as a overall wrestler, my most sound match, because I can obviously always do like the big dives or go through the big flip. I think that match bell to bell was my best overall wrestling performance. Recently the Black and Brave Fatal 4-Way with me, Conan Lycan, Campbell Myers, and Solomon Tupu. That was stupid fun. Probably I'd put those three kind of up there as top brass for me.
Yeah. I wanted to see you and Robert Ego too so bad. That one didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, the GPA match, that was a blast too.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. I do want to have the Robert Ego match because I've been becoming friends with Tony Rican recently.
Okay.
Through Sabotage, and he kind of told me the history of the King of Joliet tournament they had years ago.
Right.
So I would love, and it sounds like Tony's also on board if we could set that up again, because I think that would be a blast to do. But I kind of have, I don't want to say it's not a hit list because I don't want it to be like I need to face these guys. Like, out of respect, I want to face some of the best to come before me to learn from them.
For sure. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Iron Spirit Pro for a minute, man. You and Sabotage, Sean Logan, who's been on the pod before, and a tag team called 815 now. You guys claim to be 5-0, going for 6-0 coming this weekend now. Logan, the promoter, seems to think there might be a loss somewhere in there. You want to dispute this?
I know my constitutional rights. I know that I need not to explain myself, but I will say one thing and one thing only.
Sure.
There's a reason why Sean and I are the top of the division right now. There's a reason why anyone who steps in with us isn't seen again for a while. Technical Difficulty is the first team to come back, right. In my mind, in my heart of hearts, we're running the division, so I count them all as wins. I don't care what anyone says.
All right, so definitely, though, you guys have established yourselves as one of the top tag teams in Iron Spirit Pro. And on January 27th, you guys are going to take on Technical Difficulties that we talked about, a team that you guys have beat before. And after that, they kind of went on a pretty good run to kind of establish themselves as, in the top tier of tag teams in Iron Spirit Pro. But first, you guys got a little matchup this weekend that's definitely no slouch. Xavier Sky and Saban Gage is kind of standing in your way this weekend. Probably we could kind of look at this as kind of a little bit of a tune-up match, because when all the marbles are on the line for you and Sean to possibly be the first ever Iron Spirit Pro tag team champions in January. So talk about this matchup this Saturday. And how familiar are you with Xavier and Saban?
I've known them both for a good bit of time. I met Xavier, I believe, actually at a Rocket show where he rode in with Just Amazing and KO Kendra. and I met him through that. I've seen him wrestle a few times. If you remember correctly, at a Corn Fair show, I left Saving Gage laying in the middle of the ring. So
yes, you did.
I do remember that.
Let's not forget that. So they're both very talented. We're outside of the ring. We're very cordial with each other. We're friends. I was hanging out with them yesterday. Actually, they went to the Rocket show to just hang out. Nice. But respect only goes so far when it comes to the ring, because when I know the bell rings, it's now my job to beat you. It's not my job to beat you, but make sure you still feel good about yourself. I don't care how you feel when the match ends. You know, if you want to go home and cry, that's your problem for not being a man. So it really breaks down in my mind. So I've beaten Saving Gage before, which tells me I can do it again. Because if I've shown one thing, once I beat you, I don't lose to you, because I know you're very systematic with that. So then the question goes, can Sean Logan beat Xavier Sky? And I think genuinely there's not much Xavier Sky could do against a man with such girth as Sean Logan. That is a big, monstrous man of just mass and ass.
I love how you like to remind everybody at the shows that when Sean's in the ring, that's a man right there.
That is a man,
right there. I love it.
It pisses me off.
When a man of such girth.
When I met Sean, we were like equal in some categories. In other categories, I was lifting more than him, because I have a background in like strongman and powerlifting. You know, I've done competitions. And then Sean texted me one day, like, here's a video of him deadlifting 500 pounds for like 18 reps. I'm like, you piece of shit.
You girthy son of a bitch.
Check out his tree trunk legs next time, though. Time you they're legit. So
I never stopped checking out those legs.
Right. I know.
I try not to make me feel inadequate.
Sean was like, you want me to wear pants to the show? No, I don't, Sean. Put those trunks on.
Yeah, man. Never the long boys. Never the long boys. He's always got to show those off. All right, so let's talk about technical difficulties then on January 27th, man. Tell me why 815 has to be the first ever Iron Spirit Pro Tag Team Champions.
I feel it's kind of a formality at this point, you know. I don't, Logan is a smart man, but I don't understand the reason that we have to beat a team we've already beaten. But that's okay. But when you look at, and I might be patting myself on the back here, but I do that quite often.
Do it.
I feel if it wasn't for the success of me and Sean Logan, and the fact that every time we step in the ring, we're not just, oh, that's a tag match. It's, oh, here's one of the headline matches. Here's one of the best matches you'll see. I feel our ability and our skill and our dominance and our rapport with the fans, whether that be positive or negative, kind of forced the hand of Logan to get the tag titles. Where at that point, when I think that these titles are a gift being donned into the division because of me and Sean. There was no talk of it before me and Sean, as far as I know, because they were just coming back. But like, those are already ours. And if we don't obtain them, then it's like giving the gift receipt back to Walmart on Christmas. Like, here's this gift we're giving to you. I don't want it, you know?
Right.
So you
weren't stealing the belts when
those are mine.
The end of the last show. You're like, these are ours. We're going to take with them. I say good day.
Yeah, in my mind, we are the Iron Spirit Tag Team Champions. We are defending our titles in January.
Yeah, okay. Like you literally snatched those out of my hands, if you remember correctly.
These are ours.
Very clammy.
I say good day.
Very clammy hands. You know?
Yeah, well, you make me nervous. That's all.
Yeah.
Damn right I do.
So right now, man, outside of all the promotions that you're wrestling,
take a second, collect yourself.
All right, let's bring
We're
it
professionals.
whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. So, clammy hands got us.
Oh, look at the girth.
Right. Outside of the Midwest, where's Gunner? Where does she want to kind of step out to and wrestle on the indies?
as a man who didn't really travel much before wrestling, I just want to kind of anywhere new is a goal of mine. I've been to the ocean maybe twice in my life, so seeing that would be pretty neat, I would say.
Sure.
I think the immediate goal is going out to Atlantic City for GCW. Because I went there a few times with like the Conan Lycans and the Manders to like just be with them when their shows.
Yeah.
That aura there is just, it's very, very unique to that setting, and that's just something that I definitely want to do. Just anywhere and everywhere, man. I would love to. The biggest goal, obviously, is I want to go to Japan, because I love how wrestling is seen as art there. It's the mannerisms of a match are very different, and it's as much as it's hard hitting and just violent, it's very beautiful. And I want to kind of toss my hat in the Japan scene at one point.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. What are you watching on TV, man? Are you watching some New Japan? And who are you liking? Like, who you tuning in to see if you are?
Well, currently I'm watching remaking The Simpsons Hit and Run, but it's an open world. It's a guy who took the Simpsons Hit and Run and made it a 2022 video game. But in the world of wrestling, it's so good, man.
It really is. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
You lost me there.
You check it out.
I kind of just, I look at everything. I would say the main things I look at is like the early X Division TNA phase. I feel like that's kind of where I get a lot of my style. I guess right now for intensity, I love Ilya Dragunov so much. Dude will just murder you. Murder you.
Yeah.
But I don't really say I follow much of anything. I just cast a very wide net and just steal what I want to steal.
Sure. Gotcha.
Okay. So speaking of stealing what you want to steal, I don't know if this is stolen, but DB and I have talked about this. We've talked about this extensively, and I hate asking performers where they come up with their moves, but the move, it is the greatest move in the history of anything. You run the ropes, big head of steam, back and forth, and then headlock. Where did that come from? It's brilliant. Every time if you do it, we're like, yes, here comes the move.
Yeah, the opponent is dazed in the middle of the ring when Gunner takes off.
And if you run the ropes like 5 times and then headlock. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Where did that come from? Like, where did you be like, I'm just going to do a fucking headlock? This is it.
It's an old Adam Cole spot, actually.
Is it really?
It is. I think like early ROH Adam Cole. And I saw it one time, and it had me just belly laughing, big chuckle. And
I call it sweet chinlock music.
Sweet chinlock music.
I do that strictly just to pop myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I love it. And,
I like to think you do it specifically for us. Like,
I do look at you guys when I do it. Yeah.
Well, I was just about to say that, because the last show when you did that, I was sitting over, ring announcing over by audio, and I looked over, and when he locked him into the chin lock, he looked over at me, and we both were laughing. I was had a big smile on his face. It was hilarious.
See, I was filming, and I think at that point you could see the camera go. Because
my favorite thing about the move is I come off, I hit the ropes very fast and very hard.
Yeah.
So every time I run in front of the guy, I see him like tense up a bit and get scared, and I'm like, this motherfucker has no idea. I'm gonna creep up behind him and just grab his neck.
Nice.
So who's this turd?
All right, so who's your like 3 main buddies in independent wrestling right now? Like, who's your 3 main guys?
Genuinely Sabotage.
Okay.
Him and I are very, very close friends. I know his family. His sister does my tattoos. I'm really close with the Logan family.
For sure.
Oh God, you put me on the spot here.
Yeah. We'll get you some heat.
Connor Hopkins.
Okay.
Connor.
Honestly, all the Coyote boys get an honorable mention there. Can I say James Camione from Underground, the Booker?
Sure. Yeah.
Because him and I, like, we just talk as friends, man. Honestly, he's been helping me out a lot lately, and I just love shooting the shit with him.
Yeah. See, this is why I always ask this question, because I like to put some heat on you, put you on the spot. Marry, fuck, kill between Sabotage.
I'm fucking them all.
You play whack-a-mole with dicks.
Well, but
line them up and
you got to kill and marry at least two of the others.
Oh, it's tragic.
Kill with
Although
blowjobs.
I just praised him so much, but I got to kill you, James. Sorry.
Okay.
God,
Berna fucked Connor.
I think that might be a shoot.
Right. Love it.
I feel like you gotta fuck Sabotage, man. The girth.
The girth,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but if you marry Sabotage, you get the girth for life. You know what
You
I
damn
mean?
right.
Like,
So I'm fucking Connor Hopkins, and I'm marrying Sabotage.
Yeah. I had to steer you back correct on that.
Fun fact about Sabotage, actually, he's gonna hate me for saying this, but it's the funniest moment of my history with him. We had a show together, and then afterwards we got back stupidly late, so I didn't feel like driving back to Davenport, so I just stayed at Sean's house with him. And we, you know, as friends do, we stayed in the same bed together. It was really close to each other. And
as friends do, sure.
Yeah. Sean acquires a lot of like figurines and a lot of wrestling memorabilia. You know, he's a bit of a collector. And we're watching some wrestling from the 1932s, you know, because that's what Sean watches.
Sure.
And excuse me, I just took my camera and I held it to my face and I recorded me panning around the room. And I panned all the way. And when you turn all the way, there's like a 2 foot tall Stone Cold just mean mugging you, right? And in this video, there's hundreds of just wrestling figures just looking at you, aggressive as shit. And I lean over to Sean, like, Sean, he goes, what? I'm like, this is what every girl sees when they come to your house.
Oh my God.
Just that mean mugging Stone Cold. Ugh.
It's all part of the ambiance when he brings them home.
Like,
hey, baby, you want to see my Stone Cold? It's the line every time.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I can't wait to make fun of him for that next time I see him.
Oh, I always do.
Gunner, if nobody's ever seen you wrestle before, how would you explain your style?
Reckless abandonment.
That's fair. That's very accurate too. Yeah.
I found out a long time ago that like I feel like my purpose in life is wrestling, and it's given me a reason to like do these wild things. So then in my head, I have to give my heart and my soul to everything. People are asking like, oh, Gunner, why do you do all this dumb shit in every single match? I'm like, because if I don't give 110% and I don't give my all to these fans, whether it be to piss them off or to make them love me, I feel like I'm slighting them when they've given me so much.
Sure. Good answer to that. Let me ask you another serious question, man. What north are you exactly the king of?
Yeah, we talking like Montana?
Yeah, like where
Korea?
We talking like Serrano? Like
I would
Canada?
say probably starting at the South Pole.
Okay.
And then north of that.
And then north of that. So that's pretty.
This guy start heading up. That's what you're the king of.
And admittedly, I'm a big Minnesota Vikings fan.
Okay.
And they started calling themselves the Kings of the North for a while. And I'm like, that shit's hot. That shit's hot.
And we might have a fun Super Bowl this year because I'm a Bills fan. So both teams make it. Not bad.
I just want one. I just want one, man.
Hey, same here, man. Same here. My team will never get it right. So what's the 2023 plans for Gunner?
I want to do more lucha
Early
shows.
spoilers. Okay, cool.
I want to do more lucha shows. I love the lucha style. I want to.
And you can definitely fit in there.
Thank you. I want to do in the exact opposite. I want to do some death matches.
Those are like polar opposite things.
Yeah.
I feel like your crazy side won't let you not have one of those matches.
I think a luchador death match is my future.
Okay.
Gunther Bravo.
Gunther Bravo in a luchador death match.
Right.
Yeah, kind of just. I don't really want to really pinpoint like I want to go to promotion XYZ. I just want to like keep expanding my skill set. That's kind of my main thing. I've been really trying a bunch of new things in the ring. I've called myself, because obviously Black and Brave, our top guys are like Manders, Fraser, Dante Leon, and Zicky Dice, right?
Mhm.
Fraser's doing some things here and there in some kind of federation, obviously, and Marcos is out. Dante is out in Japan.
Japan,
So I've
yeah,
been-
he's with
I've been-
Noah. Yeah,
So I've been calling myself Black and Brave's new flippy guy while they're gone. So I have to
Right,
really
yeah.
hold my claim down. And yeah, I really like this. Back to Connor Hopkins, actually. He told me the nicest compliment I've been told in wrestling. He goes, Gunner, God, I'm tired. Gunner, you still do all the dumb shit you do,
Cut
but
that.
now it makes sense. Yeah.
Now the dumb shit makes sense.
Yeah, at least it makes sense. So I just want to keep improving myself as an overall worker and
Yeah.
kind of enjoy the fruits of the labor as they come.
Yep. Stay on it, grow the brand,
Mhm.
wrestle different people. Hopefully win the Iron Spirit Pro tag team titles in early 2023. So that'd be a hell of a start for you guys.
It's not hopeful, it's a guarantee, big dog.
There you go. That's what
There
I
it
like
is.
to hear, that confidence, man.
You damn right.
Gunner, man, let's plug your shit, dude, and let's talk about where you're gonna be at shortly. I know you're on Instagram, and tell the peeps how to find you.
I am on Instagram and Twitter at give me a second. Oh god.
I'm like searching it right now.
Okay, yeah. Instagram is just Gunner Brave because I think the reason I was caught up is I think my Twitter has a dash in it. Oh yeah, and then Twitter is Gunner_Brave. I keep it classy. I'm also on Facebook. I am also at your mother's house some weekends. The next place I'm going probably is to take a bath. Big bath guy. It's great being 5'8". I still fit in bath. It's wonderful. What was the question again?
I don't know. I just want to take a bath.
What brand of underwear do you wear?
Let me check. I'm wearing Fruit of the Loom right now. Fruit of the Loom
Fruit of the Loom.
And I also
Ah.
What are
Fruit
you?
of the Loom is like the casual, right?
Casual. What are you? A poor person? What is happening?
And then
Fruit of the Loom?
no. I'm lazing around the house, big dog. And I'm holding for the fans who can't see, I'm holding a pair of my underwear off the floor to look what this is. What the fuck? Oh, these are Under Armour underwear.
There you
Compression
go.
underwear. 'Cause
Those are the best.
I
So
like
you-
to be
you have-
compressed.
The actual question was plug your shit, dude. What the fuck?
Well, he just plugged his underwear.
Shout out Under Armour.
Not plug the stuff
$10.
you shit.
That'll be $10 under him and Fruit of the Loom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Twitter, Gunner_Brave, Instagram, Gunner Brave, Facebook, Gunner Brave, Hispanic Facebook, Gunther Bravo, all those lovely things.
El
And another
Senor
Spanish
Gunther.
word.
El
Facebook and
El Senor
Espanol.
Gunther. Yeah. Oh, hey, but
It's not even Spanish.
breaking news here, though, right on the pod, man. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Oh shit.
Gunner just signed for Friday. The Coyotes, Brooks Burner and Connor Hopkins versus Rip Studwell and Corn Boy on Friday too. So, two of your rival tag teams in Iron Spirit Pro. What do you think about those guys, huh?
I've spoken very highly, he said sarcastically, of the man-child with a corn fetish and midlife crisis Doc Brown. They have a very interesting dynamic where they consume to gain superpowers. And that's all I have on that topic. Coyote Boys, Connor, Berna, love them to death. I really do. Berna is very unpredictable, extremely creative, genuine threat anytime in the ring because you cannot prepare for Brooks Berna. And then on the exact antithesis of that, Connor Hopkins is as sound as they come when it comes to fluidity and all that kind of stuff. So while they don't hold a candle to me or Sabotage, and they couldn't even tie my boots if I asked them to with their collective one brain cell. They're still pretty decent. They're okay.
I like waiting for what kind of facial hair Berta's gonna have with each show. Every time it's something different, and it's always amusing.
I also I want to cut Berna's hair again. That was really fun.
Yeah, I forgot that you did that.
I did. I definitely just snipped off like 6 inches of his hair one day. It was great.
Gunner, man, look forward to seeing you this weekend, brother. Thanks for taking
Damn
the
right
time
you are.
out to hang out with us and look
Can I call a
forward
quick
to the
timeout?
matches. Yeah, fuck. Go ahead.
AJ, you fuck. It took you until now to follow me on Twitter.
I know.
Oh, yes.
I swear to God, I already did, but I was like, oh shit.
So you unfollowed me?
I thought for sure, like after the first show I saw him, I gotta follow Gunner. And then I just searched, I'm like, oh shit. Oops. Buddy, buddy.
Yeah, eat a dick. As you were saying.
That was like a live call out right there, like a record scratch. Right. Hang on.
I just saw the notification pop up on my phone. Like, who followed me?
It's like, it's an idiot.
Look, I can vouch. Primo and AJ fucking terrible at social media.
Yeah,
Also,
we're bad at it.
Terrible.
Same thing for Primo. Thanks, bud.
Hey, I decide. Hey, while AJ's I can just slide into the radar.
Can't sneak shit on me. World's greatest detective, Gunther Bravo.
All right, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate you being on the pod, and we'll see your pretty face on Friday, man. Good luck on this weekend.
It is quite pretty. Thank you very much.